be a formal kind of thing that we have been doing a lot of things like, not much of technical issues and everything. I know you and me, we all are like biochemistry, or like, for example, I'm a microbiology student. So we all are from the same stream, more or less, but still, so let's not keep this very technical. We can, do it when it comes to our academics. But of course, it's the same process like when we are talking about fermentation. So I would want to keep it little interactive, and I'll be really, really glad if I can see some of your beautiful faces, some of your smiling faces. I myself, I like to smile a lot, and I'm an interactive person. I love to interact people, and the versatility which is given to us by the nature. So yeah, can we have a few cameras on, please, if it is not a big trouble? So let's keep this session more interactive. May I know how many of us like here sitting actually think seriously about environment? Forget about our teachers talking about environment to us, or forget about we hear it in TVs or media, or we hear about various kind of global issues. Forget about all those things. At the grassroots level, when we say at the ground root level, what we can do when it comes to us. Forget about what government has to say. Forget about all the global issues, as I say. What we can do at our grassroots level. So how many of us like have seriously wondered, even it's okay, even if we could not take a step, even if we could not take an initiative yet, but how many of us have seriously wondered that what little can I do for my environment? Can we have in the chat at least? If you're not very easy having your videos on, we can have it on your chat, or you can just open your microphones, keep them on. Anyone who's been doing their contribution or who's been thinking about it? Yeah, Pawan Naidu, Pamni Naidu. Okay, I'm sorry, Pamni Naidu. Yes. Good, great, Akshara. That's great. Good. Now I can see a few of Shivani. Yes, few beautiful faces, smiling faces. I'm happy. Thank you, Shivani. Yeah. Yes, Divya. So now my question.
We also started live streaming. So in the webinar, like those who couldn't join here, they're also watching you through YouTube Live. So some words for them also. I'll be sharing the chat for you.
Oh, really? I don't get to see. Where do I see it, ma'am? I mean,
I'll share. Okay, ma'am. It is there in the group.
Okay, that's nice. That's nice, ma'am. Yeah. So, yeah. So, as coming back to our point. So, can I know, like, how many of us are like, how many of us are here using, say, shampoos, conditioners, or laundry detergents, or yeah, Asha, thank you so much. I'm glad a few of my old friends also joined. So, yes. So, how many of us here sitting have been constantly exposing ourselves, our skin or ourselves to different kinds of these, what should I say, these products when I was talking about, like, shampoos or conditioners or laundry detergents, dishwashers, car washes, different floor cleaners or and we have all been using them, right? We have been spending a fortune to buy these products, and we have been spending a lot of our other resources also, environmental resources also. It goes before those products are being manufactured and they come to our tables. So what if I say that here we have a solution wherein you don't have to spend a lot of money, you don't have to spend a lot of time, or you don't have to spend a lot of effort. We all put a lot of effort when we are doing something. So what if I say, how many of us are elated with this point that, okay, if I do not have to invest a lot of money, time, energy, effort, resources, and still I have this miraculous enzyme or miraculous product which is very, very, so very earth friendly, and in return it's actually rejuvenating our own planet. So are we all ready to learn what exactly it is? And it hardly takes any time, as I say. So how many of us have heard about bioenzymes? Bioenzymes. How many of us have heard here bioenzymes? Okay, Akshara, yeah. That's nice, Rupa. Okay, okay, that's amazing. So you all have been using bioenzymes, or how? You've just heard the concept, or in what purposes? Where exactly? Because bioenzymes has such a vast function list. It doesn't just end. As I say, right from your hair wash to car wash, it's applicable everywhere, every single place where you can think of chemicals, you can think of bioenzymes. Yeah. Okay. So let's quickly just see what exactly bioenzymes are. I'll be switching on my presentation, but before that, I'll just show you a few. We will be doing a live demo also. But since during G Meets presentations, I will not be able to interact or see you. So I just want to, share a few words and then switch on to the presentation. So here are my beautiful friends, different bioenzymes. I keep experimenting different permutation and combinations. So I'll be giving every detail of what exactly these enzymes are and where we can use them. And yeah. So how many of you are ready? Like I've put it in the group to be ready with a little bit of like fresh vegetable or fruit peels and or the flowers which you offer, in the temples and your other places. So are few of us ready with the list of the things which I've mentioned in the group? A few hand raises are there. Any query? Akshara Reddy? Can you please on your mic? Oh, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we can take the queries later. Maybe after the presentation, we can just take the queries. We'll quickly move to the presentation of what exactly bioenzymes are and why bioenzyme is a very, very important question. That why should we change our old habits? Like they say, old habits die hard. Why should I be changing old habits? It is not difficult. If we all are science students here, it's not very difficult for us to understand that why our conventional habits have been a big havoc, have been causing a big havoc on the environment, and what measures we should be taking right now. And it's high time that we haven't done our bit for the environment, and why should we be doing that? So just give me a minute. I'll just switch on my presentation. Can you all see the screen, please?
Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
Yeah. Just a minute. Yeah. Okay. So what are bioenzymes? As we were talking about bioenzymes, the beautiful concept of bioenzymes is, as we can know from the word itself, bio means the microbial organisms, the microorganisms or any living creatures. And enzymes are the tools that they create. We all know enzymes, like we have different enzymes in our bodies also. We have different enzymes everywhere. We are surrounded by enzymes. So these are the tools which are created by the organisms to break down larger molecules into smaller molecules, and in the process they will digest the stuff. As I said, I'm not going into technicality of exactly what the things are, because I just want to keep it simple. Because if we have viewers like who are not from scientific backgrounds and from different age groups, actually, especially because this is an open to all event, so I would want everyone to understand the concept. So here we are using the nature's bugs to clean up our mess. So when I talk about organisms which are present in the fresh fruits and vegetable peels or flowers or any biodegradable matter for that matters, so they are the nature's bugs, they are the nature's friends, and they are used, we are employing them only to clean up our mess, the mess which we are creating, the havoc which we are creating. So we are employing them only. So there is no such thing called as toxicity. Is 100% natural, non-toxic, and the best thing is eco-friendly, pocket-friendly, user-friendly, whatnot. So we are employing those bugs only. And here is our Dr. Rosukun. She was the one behind this amazing discovery called as bioenzymes. And bioenzymes are, you can name them as bioenzymes or wonder enzymes or miracle enzymes, eco enzymes, garbage enzymes. There are various names because depending on their versatility of their functions and uses where they are being used. So this is Dr. Rosukun from Thailand. She is an revolutionary organic farmer of Thailand, and she was the one who's invented bioenzymes, say some around 45 years. And she's been manufacturing edible bioenzymes also. We will not be talking about them because when, first we will be learning there's a beginner's course and an intermediate and then the advanced thing. So at the beginner's level, we would be just using, we'd be just trying to replace our basic laundry detergents or dishwashers or the surfactants, surface disinfectants, and or maybe you can experiment. Just as I told you that I have also been experimenting for a while for a on different permutation and combinations. I keep mixing different ratios and try to make different enzymes and then experiment as in how and where they act properly. So Dr. Rosukun has wonderful bioenzymes at the medicinal level also. So she has been also awarded, like we have Padma Shri here in India. She's been also awarded for the highest civilian award of Thailand for her beautiful discovery. And these are my friends, my bioenzymes. I have quite others also, but these are the enzymes which I was talking about, wherein I kind of experiment with different combinations. Usually we use citrus peels as the base because citrus peels have this very beautiful fragrance and other kitchen garbage. So what happens is, they say that the landfills are one of the most highest sources of methane emission. These global, greenhouse gases. So what happens is this landfills, when you throw out, like if I'm talking about at my grassroots level, if I'm not talking about the industrial level, we will, because there are certain laws which are being taken care at the industrial level. What all are being implemented or not is a different story. But yes, there are laws which are there for the industrial level before they release the water into the natural environment. Because I have been working with the wastewater treatment departments only. But fine, there are many such rules which are violated. But here at the grassroots levels, when we are talking about, we are just trying to discuss that what can we do to do our bit when it comes to environment protection. So here is this thing. So all our kitchen garbage, the green garbage which we say, what happens is they just put them in the trash and it ends up in the landfills, and it's there just lying down.
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. Are you changing the slides, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, here it is.
Yeah, can you see the slide right now?
Only the first one is there, ma'am.
Which is it? Just give me a minute. Is it visible now, ma'am?
Ma'am, share the screen, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Is it visible now?
Yes, ma'am, you're sharing the screen.
Yeah. Anything on the screen yet?
Just J, ma'am. Now it's visible, ma'am. What is bioenzyme? Eco-friendly, pocket-friendly,
Right.
large
Yeah.
scales.
Exactly. Yeah. So these are the enzymes I have been talking about. Like these are the enzymes which I'll be harvesting, say around mid of March to mid of April. All these enzymes. I have various others also. I've batched many. Like I do bulk batching also of 20 liters and 30 liters together. So what I was talking about is these are the enzymes which I am trying to show here because I've used various different permutation and combinations. Like in few of them I've used the middle one, the middle bottle, which is this is a hair enzyme which I've used, adding different ingredients. We'll be seeing all those now. And mm, this enzyme, the first bottle, it had a lot of the peels of bitter gourd and cucumber, and conventionally we batch with around 70 to 80% of citrus peels. When I say citrus peels, I mean oranges, sweet limes, lemons, pineapples, and all those amla peels and all those peels. So these are the beautiful, eco-friendly, pocket-friendly, as I said, user-friendly, because there's hardly any expenses or any investment involved, and user-friendly because of its versatility. There are hundreds and thousands of uses, and eco-friendly, of course, because it's so environmental friendly. So I was talking about how landfills are affecting and how landfills emit a lot of methane gases, which are more worse because they say methane traps around 21 times more heat than what carbon dioxide
Yes,
does.
ma'am.
And we have been unconsciously generating so much of methane when we just discard all our kitchen and green waste just like that, mindlessly, without thinking. We just feel that these fields are of no use, and we just throw them, and they line down in the landfills for ages, and then they start to emit foul smells and malodors and whatnot, and methane eventually in the process is released. We all can sometimes feel how these rotten cabbages sometimes, when there is a sabzi mandi, or there is a what should I say, vegetable market or something beside, we can see that how sometimes we all have experienced that how these rotten vegetables smell like. So how can we prevent all this from happening, and how can we divert all our waste? Like I firmly believe, like I have this very favorite line of mine, which I feel that a waste is a waste only when it is wasted. Getting a waste is a waste only when it is wasted, because everything has a purpose. Nothing is a waste, to be honest. If I'm diverting it, now this is gold. This is a wonderful enzyme, a wonderful product I have prepared, and now it's not a waste anymore. So we all, I feel, should be little mindful before we kind of, to be honestly speaking, my dustbins, like my trash cans, they do not hold much of the things. Like maybe after my house is swept and everything, maybe the dust from the after the house is swept, maybe just the dust, or I don't know. I can't think of many things which I put in my dustbin, because usually they are empty. They are empty trash cans. I don't have any because I've diverted all my waste. I've diverted every single waste of almost 90%, 95% of my household waste. I'm not talking about just kitchen waste. All other waste. We'll be talking about those also, those things also, if we have time little later. But we've just finished bioenzymes. So at least if I'm preventing this garbage kitchen waste from going into the biosphere, still I'm doing a lot, doing my bit for the environment. I'm like preventing around more than 55 to 60% of my household waste from getting into the biosphere. So this is the thing. This is how eco-friendly these products are, and in a way, the beauty is that they actually rejuvenates the nature also. We will learn how, and this is the bioenzymatic action which I was talking about. So what happens is these are just a mixture of organic compounds. They are
Yes.
complex substances like proteins and salts. Now what
Ma'am, please
happens
change
is
the
the
screen, ma'am. Change the
yes, ma'am,
screen.
not visible again.
No, ma'am.
I'm
It's
really
not
sorry.
showing actually.
Um,
Like, can you go to the
I'm
full
really
screen
sorry.
and then do it?
Okay, ma'am,
Go to
just
full
give me a
screen,
minute.
ma'am.
I'm trying. Actually, it's a full screen only. Just give me a second.
Ma'am, I think if you change to slideshow mode, they will change automatically.
I've put them on the slideshow mode only because just give me a minute. Let me check.
Ma'am, all this. Ma'am, you can just scroll to the next slide. Like if there is a problem, just scroll to
Yeah,
the
yeah,
next slide.
yeah. Ma'am. Just me, I don't know. Usually, whenever I give presentations, there's never been an issue. Just give me a second. I don't know if it is network. Can you see it now, ma'am?
Just share your screen, ma'am. Yes, you're sharing.
Yeah. Can you see bioenzymatic action?
Not yet.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. I'm just changing the slide. Please let me know, ma'am, if you can see the next slide. Can you see the next slide? Can you see the next slide, ma'am?
Use that scroll bar, ma'am, if required, because it's not changing, huh? Click on the scroll bar and change it. Because we're able to
Okay.
see all the things, all the slides, as well as on the Excel.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, now we're scrolling. Yeah, that would be
Oh,
fine.
yeah. Okay, ma'am. Is this fine?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Really sorry. So, yeah, what happens is when I talk about, the organic waste, so basically these bacteria, they are the bacillus spores and they are harmless dormant spores. So they are present, in all these fresh peels of vegetables, fruits, and everything. They have this bacteria. Now, this bacteria, as I've said, that they devise a method wherein they make enzymes. So together, enzymes and bacteria, they form a bioenzyme. Now, what these bioenzymes do, as I said, they are bacillus dormant spores. So once they are diluted, they get activated. So then the bacteria releases the enzymes, and then the enzymes will break down and they will digest the fats and oils, all those stains and soils and malodors, whatever, the general problem which we all are facing on our clothes, on our dishes, on our floors, everywhere. So they digest them. They digest them, and gradually, while they are releasing carbon dioxide and water, these bacteria will consume up the waste. This is how bioenzymes work. This is the basic enzymatic action of bioenzyme. So there is this term called as residual cleaning. I will tell you what exactly residual cleaning is. And this is one property which, if we are buying these products from the most expensive products, from the most expensive, most sought after malls or brands, still this feature of bioenzyme, none of them are potent enough to provide this residual cleaning. I'll be telling you what exactly residual cleaning is. So proceeding to the next slide, I've been asking, like, what not chemicals we expose our bodies to, like soaps and shampoos, detergents, dishwashers, floor cleaners, to name just a few. So now what happens is, they say that while we are using a soap or when we are exposing our bare skin to any chemical, it takes less than 13 seconds for it to seep into our skin. We all know that skin is our, the largest organ in our body that we have. And then it kind of causes a lot of problems, and most of them have carcinogenic effects. Uh, we are not talking even about the environmental effects. Even if we say that forget about environment, I have nothing to do with environment. At least if I'm talking about myself, still it has such hazardous effects on your skin, on your eye problems, the respiratory problems, the digestive issues, the reproductive issues. Like for example, toilet cleaners we all use, to name of, I'm not naming, of course, but there are very such few brands very, very famous brands. Now, what happens is they appear that the toilets are squeaky clean, and we expose our bare skin. We expose our bare skin to the toilet seats, and the dangerous fumes, the harmful gases that are released after the toilet cleaners are used, they are, of course, directly attacking our reproductive organs. That's how, we can see that, early menstruation phases and early menopause issues and lot of other problems. And of course, circulatory diseases and everything, as I said, most of them are cancer causing. We all know, I mean, that's not a new thing. So we all know that how carcinogens in all these, products have been affecting us, have been giving us a lot of problems. So now coming to the fact that when we know that these are the problems, why are we still sticking to those old products, the same products? So branding and advertising has a lot to do when it comes to, consumerism. And, like companies saying, हमारे toothpaste में नमक है, हमारे toothpaste में नींबू है. So in India, I would say हमारे toothpaste में तो नमक पहले भी था. We never bothered to use toothpaste only. So पहले भी था नमक, पहले भी था नींबू. So, this is like, what do I say? Acceptability factor increases. And then, when they say looks are deceptive, it stands very, very true when they say looks are deceptive. So this is what branding and advertising do. Daag achhe hain. When they say daag achhe hain, everybody's so excited. Oh yeah. And to buy a 10 rupee or a 20 rupee sugar syrup under the name of cold drinks, these actors are, doing all sorts of stunts to sell them. And we feel that, oh wow, what a product that is. Right? So what happens is, one thing is old habits, because old habits are very, very difficult. But yes, one real problem, real challenge, which we all have been facing behind not being able to change the old products is that, we are picking whatever is readily available. So in this busy life, we all have been so occupied that we hardly have any time. So we kind of pick whatever is readily available. Isn't it?